particular time in my life I was drinking, and drinking very heavy. So I came here to see whether or not I can get some assistance from the VA. And they were all too eager to help me. Okay, we can remove these stems here because they're going to be down into the soil. So when you see them like this, just pull them off and put them down in there. I've always had an interest in gardening and farming because I came from a farm originally via Virginia to Newark. Newark Housing Authority had a project where they were sending veterans and senior citizens to this Master Gardening course. And I went there, and it was kind of easy for me due to the fact that I had originally came from a farm and I knew a lot of the things, but the technical aspects I wasn't aware of. It's been a privilege for me to share some of the information and stuff that I learned from the Master Gardeners course. When we showed some of the veterans some of these things who never knew what a seed was about and other things that, like I said, it was a privilege to pass this knowledge on to them.
Thurston is a certified Rutgers Master Gardener, and then he started to do some work here at the VA to just do the handling of a certain courtyard here. Okay, I want to plant some things. Is that okay with the VA? They said yes. The program started to grow. Thurston continued on the grounds here. He has been doing the gardening, the raised beds, and he worked really hard with the VA administration to get a grant to build this greenhouse. And so Thurston is the crew chief. He's the boss of the greenhouse. He makes everything happen. He knows what to order. He knows what needs to be done. Without Thurston, this program would not be here today.
My main goal was sobriety. And when you're working with seeds and plants and stuff, it gives you the ability to reflect back on what brought you here. I've been sober for 8 years, and this particular program here and this gardening aspect had a lot to do with it. I didn't have to battle this out in the streets or anything, so that's one of the main things that I've accomplished. It's stronger, and basically that's it in transplanting. Hopefully a lot of our guys have taken this experience on and did other things with it, you know. A lot of guys are going out to the community, getting jobs or cutting grass, and this particular program that we have here, some of the guys are going to go out there and get landscaping jobs, you know.
The goal is not only to have a healthy community in terms of the environment on our grounds, but the surrounding community. And he said, the whole idea of being a master gardener has been so significant to my recovery that I'd like to see that support be provided for other veterans. I'd like to see us offering a Master Gardener course here on the campus, and I'd like to be part of mentoring other veterans who might find this as helpful to their recovery. So the approach was different. Now the veterans saw an opportunity, in the case of Thurston, to really come forward and say, this is what I need, and it's worked for my recovery, and the team really supported his efforts, and I think this might help other people.
I battled a little bit of depression, and I stay at home. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and so the opportunity to change my lifestyle with eating different and having exercise was really exciting to me because it gave me something to do with my time.
So the title of our class today, as we're jumping in, is going to be focusing on slips, not setbacks. So that's going to be our general theme.
Well, I've been at the Polk Clinic for almost 2 years now. When I met with Adrena, she sent me out to move, and then they had the Fortitude program come up, and I'm also doing that as well. And from today, I've lost 8 pounds, 3 inches in my waist, and my favorite part is that I now have, wait a minute, guns.
But my hope is that our veterans see this as being more collaborative in nature, really being more empathic and compassionate providers, and really wanting to help them achieve their life goals rather than it being a goal that we dictate for them, because that's going to have much greater relevance for them in their day-to-day lives.
This has really changed everything about my life. My husband, he's a truck driver, and he's on the road all the time. He's a very big guy, and he started to make changes. He's actually come to yoga with us, and I mean, he's a big guy, 6'5", 370 pounds, like a linebacker. But he did yoga, and he was really excited. My daughter's come to yoga with me. My daughter's done the running when the weightlifting classes with us. And we've changed how we buy food. We don't go to Costco and buy the 30-pound bag of Cheetos anymore. I am a Cheetos addict, so instead of buying the big bags, I've bought the little ones for my daughter's lunch size, so I'm only doing the 100.
So it's really like, right, it's not an open bag to tempt you in the
Right.
cabinet, right? Exactly, so that's another really great idea is thinking. Well, you know, a lot of times when I say, what really matters to you, they'll say, well, of course my health matters, because they're physicians who's referred them to me. Often has to do with taking care of other people, and it's really hard for them to put their health first when they're concerned about others. And so being able to recognize that when we say, what do you want, that's a bigger picture than just focusing on a disease state.
My doctor and my nursing staff here at the clinic have really listened to me. Originally, they just put me in the MOVE program, but then they heard about the Fortitude program and how they just thought that might be a solution for me. So they called me and invited me to join this program. And I was really excited, and I've really embraced it because they thought of me instead of me having to reach out and say, is there anything you can give me to help me with? And so I was really honored to be put in the program, and I've really benefited from being in the group.
Some say love, it is a river that... I was injured in the line of duty. So I was stationed aboard an aircraft carrier, and you know, I fell during a drill. I fell 15 feet into a catwalk, and my back broke. And that was like 17 years ago. It is a hunger, an endless aching need. But I say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Music therapy has become really special to me. Cynthia has reopened my eyes to just why I love music so much. You know, she's been great as far as just with everything. I mean, we sit, talk, and laugh, and you know, we can talk about anything basically. She's opened my eyes to see that music is such an expression from all the emotions, from up and down when you're in a good mood or when you're in a bad mood, or all in between, you know. And the music therapy program has been, it's been great, and I'm real grateful that I've had the chance to, you know, experience it.
When you have someone hospitalized for a period of time, you know, they're stressed out, they have to find a way to cope with what's going on, and they don't have an avenue to express those emotions. And so with someone like Matt who loves music, it really becomes easy because you can use the music, you know, whether you were doing something like we did with taking his actual emotions and putting the words down on paper and incorporating them into a song, versus just singing some other songs that express similar emotions. It's a really good avenue for emotional expression and coping and stress management for most of these guys.
Sometimes we don't even have a singing session. You know, we'll just talk about what's been going on, and she's just a great listener, and I'm just you know, I'm glad that she's here. You know, it's been really good.
When you're looking at you know, not what's wrong with you, but you know, how can you actually, you know, take control of what's going on and transform that into let's, you know, get better, let's get back on your feet. It really helps with the music because you can use it in a lot of different ways, some conventional and traditional and some very non-traditional. As it is, keep going.
When the music comes in and Cynthia walks in, and she walks in with her big smile, and you know, right away, you know, even if I'm in pain or if I'm hurting, you know, whatever it is, going through it, even it could be something that's emotional for me, the music just kind of takes it away.
The fight, yeah, as hard this time.